to try to turn the autopilot off. The autopilot knows how to fly the plane, except when it gets to a mountain and when it runs out of gas. But otherwise, the autopilot just keeps doing something over and over again. And so, as chorus members, we don't want to be on autopilot. We don't want to notice only after we hit the mountain. So the first thing we do is we just mirror each other. Very, very good. And the idea is to do it exactly at the same time as I do. So I want you to predict what's going to happen, but be ready to change. That's the idea. See now, yeah, so I know it's easy. So you might notice, like for example, right now I guess we're pretty good. Sometimes people will put their hand down when I haven't put mine down, but they won't even know they did it. Got the idea. Good job, autopilot busters. That's the idea. And awesome. Shake it out a little bit. Now what you're going to do is you're going to imagine that there's a giant rope in front of you. I just want you to grab onto that rope. Now, if it was tied to a building, then you could kind of just move yourself up and down on it, right? But instead, I want you to imagine as you grab that rope that it's tied to a giant weather balloon. So it's actually moving. The rope is moving. Now, it's not a lot of wind up there. In fact, there's no wind, so it's just moving a little bit. And I want you to kind of hang on this and let it move you around in different places. So if your feet need to be slightly apart, that's great. If they need to be one slightly in front of the other one, just so it doesn't knock you over. And I want you to feel this magical force sort of move you around high, low, in all directions. Now, when you do this, your body is in what's called tonus, T-O-N-U-S. It means that your muscles are engaged, but they're not tense. Let go of the rope, and just let gravity win and feel this is sort of downward force. Say, I am a superior person.
I am a superior person.
It's kind of hard to say that as you feel this weight, right? Let's pull ourselves back up on this. So this magical force, again, it should kind of lift your heel off the ground every now and then, and maybe your toe comes off. I mean, literally, this is trying to pick you up off the ground, right? But it's magical. You're not doing it yourself. But now imagine that that rope could somehow be tied not around your neck, but actually through your spine and straight up. We have to remember that our spine is not really in the middle of our head. It's not in the front. It's not even in the middle. It's slightly in the back. So as it moves up and arms come down, I want you to feel now this rope kind of move you around this way. You sort of feel that feeling. So you're in tonus. Tense your muscles real quick. You're not in tonus because your muscles are engaged, but they're tense. Let it all fall down again. Not in tonus because they're not engaged. Let this go up in here again. So everything is moving ever so slightly. Say, I am a superior person.
I am a superior person.
I hear a difference in the sound, and I really like it. We're right here on an M, on a hum, and you're going to keep mirroring what I'm doing, okay? Keep singing. We're going to keep singing. Take your hand and just go like this. We're going to imagine that the voice is in the head, not in the throat. Very, very nice. Up a half step together. Very, very good. Hands here. You're going to just kind of keep doing what I'm doing. I like your sound quite a bit. Now right here, back and forth. Just open and relax the sound. Very good. Take your finger and open to ooh. Beautiful job. And we cut off together. And we listen to the silence. Beautiful job. Right here now on a hum. And we take our breath together. Here we go. Hands. And we breathe. That's exactly right. Take and massage your face. Take anything, any tension out of it that you need to. Here we go. Hands with me again. Sound is here. Circle the ooh. And then we open to O with the whole hand. We go O. Very, very nice. Other hand goes here. Ooh, did you hear the overtone get even better? And we cut off. Hear the silence, really nice right here. And On a hum, I didn't tell you. We start off on a hum always. Here it is, and go. Nice. Still doing as I'm doing. Tap your forehead here. Imagine that the voice could move behind your eyes, up behind your forehead. And feel that kind of lift inside. Really nice. To the ooh. To the o. Check to make sure you're still connected to your tonus balloon, because there we are. To ah this way. Really nice. And cutting off together. There's a really nice overtone. I don't know if you can hear it. It's great. And we're right here now on a hum. Take a breath with me. And that's it. Hold on. Right here. It's a little higher right there. And that's higher. And now we lift behind the eyes. That's it. Everything we do together. So this is an important thing. Cut off just for a second. I'm going to give you a bunch of sidebars, especially today when I'm rehearsing. I'm going to stop and go, this is what I'm thinking, but I wouldn't say to the chorus. So during this, we want everybody to be involved, but rather than ever say, why aren't you doing it? I would say everything we do together. That's just a general rule. If we're doing something, we're all doing it. We're just all doing it. Here we go. And still with me. And if I start losing them, I'll be like Simon Says, right? And here we go. And beautiful job. Lifting up out of the throat. Excellent. Feel it almost in front of you, like a microphone was out here you're singing into. I love your tone. It's not tight or anything like that. To ooh. To o. Ah. E-H, eh. Excellent. Lift up as you sing eh. Go. And cutting off together. We're right here now. Take a breath with me. And everything we do together. Right there. There it is. Hand to the side. Lift. Feel that feeling in there. Excellent. Be sure that the body's not tense. We're still connected to this. To the ooh. To the o. Ah. Two fingers, E. Very, very nice. Cutting off together. Put one hand right here. And imagine that these are your bottom teeth. Now take your bottom teeth and put them out in front of you so you're looking at the back of your own bottom teeth. It's kind of strange. But there it is. Straighten them out if you want to. And then turn them on a side view. These are your bottom teeth on a side view. So that's the inside of your mouth and the outside of your mouth. Take your other hand and put it right here. And this is your tongue. On all these vowels, the tongue remains connected, just lightly touching the lower gum ridge of the back of the teeth. It doesn't pull back in any of them. So here we go, with this in mind. We sing that ooh together, and ooh. And the tongue is in its lowest position. Then as we move to o, it moves up. But it still remains connected here. Ah. It moves up a little bit. Eh. And then E is in its highest position. Excellent job. Yep. So just kind of, so I would tell the guys, if I go like this, I just hear some people, or tongues getting pulled back. We sing E, and really nice job. We're always thinking up. We're always thinking connection. We're never thinking downward, ever. Cutting off together. Right here, and excellent job. Take your fingers right here and imagine that there's dental floss between here, and you can kind of pull it out. You know how you pull dental floss out? Now put it right here, and as you pull your thumbs up and around, there's this imaginary dental floss that lifts all the way through. Oh my God, and everything is sort of suspended now. Feel that feeling? Here we go. With that feeling, let's sing E, and oh, on my cue, and I'm busting autopilot too. Love that sound. Bass and baritone stay there. Lead and tenor all the way up. Back up to the first note. E. Excellent job. Still connected here, never stopping. Cutting off together. Brilliant job. All right. I just want you to go woo, and trace a circle with your finger. Here we go. Woo. Very, very good. On an O, trace a bigger circle. Here we go. Oh. Really nice job. Do we have a pitch pipe in the room? If we can have someone We'll take a G. Here we go, we're going to sing ah, and here we go, ah. Beautiful job. So breath preparation determines tone. So I'll always give you time to go and create a breath that will sustain a beautiful tone. So here we go, ah, and ooh, stop for a minute. Did you hear a difference between that one and the last one? Breath preparation determines tone. Beautiful. And here we go, ah again. Take one hand, let's unify that sound here. Ooh, did you hear the overtone come in? Yep. So here's, all right, throughout the day I'm going to give you some things that aren't even on here. You just kind of have to remember them. One is, and we'll do them in the rehearsal too, you always have to listen louder than you sing. You have to listen louder than you sing. And you did that beautifully just now. Here we go, ah, and lovely, here we go. So now here's how this works. Imagine you've got a tennis ball in your hand. We're just going to play catch with that tennis ball. The higher we throw the ball, the higher our voice goes in frequency. Got the idea? Then when we catch it, it's back here. So here we go, and ah. You do as I do. That's the idea, yeah? You got the idea? Beautiful job. Now just put one finger right here and make sure that as the ball goes up that the Adam's apple stays relatively low. It will move up some, but don't let it go behind your eyes. Here we go, and ah. Stop for a minute. Do you hear a difference in that? Just the idea of keeping this relaxed and low. Here we go, and excellent job. There are variations on that, but we won't do it right now. I'm going to sing something, and you're just going to sing back to me. So first me. Me, oh, me, oh, me. And then you'll conduct. Me, oh, me, oh, me. That's it. Now I do this. Me, oh, e, oh, e, oh. Me, oh, e, oh, e, oh. Excellent. Really nice unison singing. Really nice job. I'm going to call up a number, and I just want you to clap on that number. So if I say on 3, you'll hear me count on 1 and 2 and 3. Got the idea? On 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. On 2 and 1 and 2. On 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we're so good at this, we'll go faster. On 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. On 2 and 1 and 2. On 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and on 5 and 1 and 2 3 4. Very good. So now if I say on the and of 3, I'm talking about after 3, before 4, the offbeat between between 3 and 4. So if I say on the and of 3, you'll hear me count and 1 and 2 and 3 and. It's on the and after 3. On the and of 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. On the and of 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Very good. It's okay. So oftentimes what I'll say right now is what time is it? First of all, what time is it?
Who knows?
That's closest to the right answer, actually. Everybody will always go, oh, it's 25 till 10 or 11 or whatever it is. But the answer is right now. So when I say to my groups, what time is it? They go, right now. In other words, it doesn't matter what's happening later or before. So if you're right here, right now, you'll get this on the end of 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. That's right. And breath preparation determines tone. Mental preparation determines time. So if you know the end of 3 is coming, you go 1 and 2 and 3, and you'll always be there. But if you're thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and, oh, that was it. That's not being right here, right now. On the and of 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. On the and of 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. On the and of 2 and 1 and 2. On the and of 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Since we're doing so well, let's go faster on this one. On the and of 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. On the and of 2 and 1 and 2. On the and of 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Awesome. So now, since you're doing so well at both of those, if I say on 3, it's on the beat. And if I say on the and of 3, it's off the beat. It's after 3. On 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. On the and of 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. On 2 and 1 and 2. On the and of 2 and 1 and 2. So you've got this. Let's go faster. On 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. On the and of 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. On the and of 4 and 1 and 2. On the and of 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. On the and of 2 and 1 and 2. Great. Since you're doing so well, I'll call off 2 things. So I might say on 3 and the and of 4. And you'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Got it? On 3 and the and of 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. On 3 and the and of 5 and 1 and 2 and 3. Let's go faster because you got it. On 3 and the and of 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. On 3 and the and of 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. On 2 and the and of 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. You got the idea. When you get really good at this, with the masters, I've got to go on 3 and 2 and the and of 5. I'll put them out of order at a very fast time, and I have to do it until they can't do it. Why? Well, we're not really talking about this yet, but I do, just in case I forget to do this, because I want them in step 2 on this. I don't want them just to go through on autopilot. I want them to always feel like someone made a mistake at some point, like, oh, we're not quite there yet, right? That's that step 2 thing. Anyway, that's a sidebar. So, me, oh, me, oh, me. Ready? Sing with me. And, me, oh, me, oh, me. We always lift. We take control of the note. Great. Here's a concept. We take control of every last note. And right here, and me, and me, oh, me, oh, me. Nice stay crescendo right here, and me, oh, me, oh, me. Beautiful job. I like the way you took control of that note right here, me, and me, oh, me, oh, me. Right here, and me, right there, and that was a lot more on top of the pitch, thanks. It was almost exactly right there. Me, and that's on top of the pitch, beautiful. Right here, and me, oh, me, oh, me. Right here. Ooh, that's a nice one. Do that one again, and even just prepare it a little lower. And yeah. Check it. There we go. Nice adjustment. Make sure we're still here. Expand it just a little bit this way. That's a lovely sound. Using that one, and me, oh, me, oh, me. Absolutely lovely. We would need a G again, actually.
Good.
So we're going to use this one. And here we go, together. That's it. Go like this as you're singing that note. Use just the amount of air you need to make a nice clear sound, but no extra wind. Ooh, did you hear the clarification in there? Beautiful job. So now here's what we do. We go down the major scale. We go. So here we go together. We'll catch that G. This is partly to make sure we're hearing. And beautiful job. We're going to hear that G again. We're just going to keep it out for right now. And we'll make a slight adjustment just to be a little higher on that. Bass and baritone, you move down, and tenor and lead, you move up. Rearticulate that note. Oh yeah, so we're starting here now. So lead and tenor go ooh, bass and baritone goes ooh. So now we're breaking that way. Here we go and beautiful. We can check our pitch again. We adjust if we need to. We hear the top of that. Move in the opposite direction now. Rearticulate that. Check our pitch. Make an adjustment if we need to. We find the top of it. Everybody moves up now. That's right. Reconnect to the tone stroke. Make sure that you're open and free. You can move in any direction. We cut off together. Very nice job. Excellent job. This is a C is what I need for this one. And it goes, I love to sing, like that. But what we do is we add a breath. So take your hands right here. And we're going to take a breath that goes from the top to the bottom and fills up like a pyramid this way. So here, let's just take that breath first. Here we go. And feel low and open, right? Try taking a breath that does the opposite. So watch me do it one time. Ready? Here we go. And feel it. Yeah, right? A lot of guys are going to take this, what I call pyramid this way instead of pyramid that way, right? So here we go. Take the breath first. Breathe out. And we go. Awesome. I love that breath. We're still connected to the tone stroke. Everything is open that way. And so we go, I love to sing. You conduct with me. Okay, here we go. And be ready for the breath. Breathe out first. And take the breath.
I love to sing.
We take control of that note. Sometimes it gets louder, sometimes it gets softer. There we go. Right here and
I love to
hear the difference?
sing.
Thank you for that adjustment right here and
I love.
I love. We're going to be that key now. I love and
I love to sing.
right here. I love and
I love to
beautiful.
sing.
One more. I love and
I love to sing.
there we are. Yep. Very, very nice. And let's take a C again, please. We'll see if we have all the parts here. Basses, you're going to be right here on my cue bass. And very nice. And baritones, you're going to be here on my cue. And great. Leads, you're going to be right here on my cue on Awesome. Tenors, you're going to be right here on my cue. And beautiful job, everybody. Go right back to the very beginning. Make sure you're connected here. You can move in any given direction. Make sure that has this in it. Beautiful. Excellent. We're going to come in and I'm going to have you move by half step by section. So I'm going to say tenors down a half, baritones up a half, this kind of thing. So here you go, bass, baritone, lead, tenor, on and off, and prepare the breath. Tenor down a half step. Beautiful. Baritone up a half step. Stay right there, that's it. Lead and bass down a half step. Tenor up a half step. That's it. Baritone down, lead and bass up at the same time. It should be back to that major chord, so bass, baritone, lead, tenor. That's right. Cutting off together. Excellent job. That's exactly right. How loud should you ever sing? This is another just concept. How loud should you ever sing? And the answer is in tune. Okay, because in tune is loud enough. In tune is always loud enough, and out of tune is too loud. Think about that. So how loud should you sing? In tune is how loud you should sing. So here we go. We'll be up a half step, bass, baritone, lead, tenor. On an E this time, and E. That's it. So now listen to all the parts in the room. Listen louder than you're singing. And it tunes up very beautifully. Let's see, this time we want leads down a half step. Down another half step lead. Tenors down a half. Bass and baritone down a half. And lead up a half step to meet them in an octave. That's it. Two hands with me. Beautiful job, yeah. Nicely clarified. Really, really good job. So now it's back to C major. Bass, baritone, lead, tenor. And go ahead and just sing that chord on the word my. And here we go, my. My. Beautiful job, good. Now basses, you're going to sing my town, my town. Basses, ready, go.
My town, my town.
That's it. We're going to really find the top of every note. So, my town. So if I try to hit it any higher or any harder, it won't work. If I go my town, and I go my town. Simple singing basis. Here we go. And
my town.
Yes, much more in tune. Beautiful.
My town.
Excellent job. Leads, you're going to sing my town, my town.
It's kind of hard,
Yeah. You can do it though. I know. My with the basses and leads. Here we go. Pick a part, by the way. If I haven't given you one yet, you can sing the bass or the lead. And here we go. My town.
My town, my town.
Beautiful job. Excellent baritones. My town, my town. So if you're a baritone, you can sing that one. Tenors, sing any part you want at this point. Here we go. Bass, baritone, lead, and
my town, my town.
Yeah, beautiful job. Tenors are my town, my town. So go ahead, tenors, you can take that one over. Bass, baritone, lead, tenor, and my town. And thank you for still conducting with me.
My town, my town.
Up a half step, everybody. Beautiful. Seafood. Perfect for Cape Cod. Seafood, seafood. Got it? And
seafood, seafood.
I like how in tune we're singing. By the way, up a half step. Sorry, I went to give you a cut off, but you stayed with me. Be mine are the words. Be mine. And
be mine, be mine.
beautiful singing. Beautiful singing. This we're gonna skip this chordal peel off. I'm gonna teach it to you. In this sequence, I probably wouldn't add it right now because you don't know it yet. I don't want you to think that you teach it in this longer sequence. But we're gonna do the peel off together after that. Last thing is sing a polka. B flat. My wild Irish rose. My wild. Everybody got it? And here we go. We're still conducting with me, by the way. We never stop doing that. And here we go.
My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows.
I understand why you did that. And
You may search everywhere, but none can compare. My wild Irish rose. bloom from my wild Irish rose. My rose, the bloom from my wild Irish rose.
Awesome. Have a seat. So from here, yeah, yippee.